Hello everyone, I am Hema Sati Sharma and students, we are discussing the chapter called Transportation in Plants and Animals for class 7th. We have already discussed the requirement of transportation of animals and plants, human circulatory system and its parts like blood, blood vessels and heart. Out of these components, we have discussed blood group systems, and we have also discussed blood vessels, which are arteries, veins, and capillaries. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the third component of the circulatory system, which is heart. So, heart is a muscular organ which is present in our body, and heart pumps the blood in the blood vessels. What are the blood vessels? Arteries, veins, and capillaries. So, where is heart located? Heart is located in the chest cavity. The lower part of the heart is little tilted towards the left side. The human heart is divided into 4 chambers. Why these 4 chambers are required? The chambers are made so that the oxygen rich blood is prevented from mixing with the carbon dioxide rich blood. So we know that in our body we have oxygen rich blood and we have carbon dioxide rich blood. Oxygen rich blood is in arteries and carbon dioxide rich blood is in veins. So now what heart is doing? Heart is pumping both the kind of blood. So now it is required to be chambered so that both the kind of blood are not mixed inside the heart. So arteria or the upper chambers contain the blood which don't have any oxygen, whereas the ventricles or the lower chamber of the heart contains oxygen rich blood. The arteria and ventricles both are individually divided within themselves into 2 chambers with the help of walls. From the left ventricle, the biggest artery of our body called aorta begins. The right atrium of the body receives deoxygenated blood from the body through a vein called vena cava. Vena cava is the largest vein of our body. So from this discussion, you can see that aorta is the biggest artery and vena cava is the largest vein. So this will be more clear with this diagram. So here you can see these are the arteriums. So this is the diagram of the heart. So here you can see these are the 4 chambers. 2 upper chambers are called atrium or auricles. So right side atrium, which is at right side, is right atrium or right auricle, and left auricle or left atrium. Now the lower chamber are called ventricles, and ventricles are also right side right ventricle, and at left side it is left ventricle. So this chamber, right ventricle and left ventricle are separated by this muscle lining, and right atrium and right ventricle are separated through this valve. And here left atrium and left ventricles are separated through this wall. So these are the 4 chambers. Upper ones are atrium or auricles, lower ones are ventricles. At the right side, it is right atrium, right ventricle, and the left side, upper one is left atrium and left ventricle. Now, so here in this structure you can see this is vena cava, inferior vena cava. That means the vein which is biggest vein, all the vein they join together and they form a common biggest vein which is called vena cava. So vena cava which is coming from downside is called inferior vena cava, and the vena cava which is coming from upper side is called superior vena cava. So both the vena cavas are having deoxygenated blood. Now this deoxygenated blood is poured into right atrium, from where it goes to right ventricle, and right ventricle, now this blood is deoxygenated, so it should go to lungs for purification, so that deoxygenated blood is converted into, or it is changed into oxygenated blood. So through right ventricle, which is deoxygenated blood, will go to lungs through pulmonary artery. Now it will go to lungs, there the blood will be purified, and from lungs it will come back from pulmonary vein and it will come to left atrium, from where it will go to left ventricle, and from left ventricle it will be pumped to the aorta. And from our previous slide we had studied that aorta is the biggest artery. So through aorta it will go to all the body parts. Clear? So in our previous lecture we had studied that veins carry oxygenated blood, whereas veins carry deoxygenated blood, whereas arteries carry oxygenated blood. But here there is one exception. Here you will see that pulmonary artery is the only artery which is carrying deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs, whereas pulmonary vein is the only vein which is carrying oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. So this is the exception of arteries and veins. Let's see. Blood flow through the heart. So from here you can see that blood tissue systematic circulation, superior and inferior vena cava brings blood to right atrium. Right atrium and right ventricle are divided or separated by a tricuspid valve. From right ventricle, blood goes to pulmonary semilunar walls, goes to pulmonary trunk and pulmonary arteries. From pulmonary artery, it is carried to lungs, where it is again oxygenated. Now from lungs, through pulmonary veins, it comes to left atrium. Left atrium and left ventricles are separated by bicuspid valve. And through left ventricles, it is sent to aorta for body tissues. So this is how the blood flow through heart. In our next class, we will be studying about heartbeat. Thank you.